Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Faith. It's so nice to have you guys here. So I got this link to check out Poland, Europe's Sentinel against the Islamization tide.
The issue of Islamization in Europe,
Seriously,
under the guise of
interesting.
multiculturalism, has stirred
So I think
unease and
after the
provoked
video, I should
heated debates
understand what
across
this
the
is all about.
continent. Many
Let's
European
hear it.
nations, once champions of open borders and multicultural societies, are now grappling with the unintended consequences of mass immigration from Muslim-majority countries. The European Union's policy of dispersing immigrants, particularly from Islamic nations, among member states has led to significant tensions. Poland, in particular, has emerged as a staunch opponent of this policy, refusing to accept refugees from the Islamic world. This refusal led to condemnation by the European Court of Justice for violating EU agreements. However, rather than bowing to pressure, Poland has doubled down on its stance, emerging as a prominent voice within the EU and the broader Western world on the issues of illegal Muslim immigration. Poland's approach is not merely about border control or demographic shifts. It reflects a deeper commitment to safeguarding its cultural heritage, sovereignty, and way of life in an increasingly globalized world. Poland's approach to immigration, particularly from Muslim-majority countries, is rooted in a desire to preserve its cultural and national identity. The country and its people have been vocal about its concerns regarding mass immigration, particularly from Muslim-majority countries. The right-wing party of Poland argues that such immigration poses a threat to Poland's Catholic and Slavic cultural identity, as well as its national security. This perspective gained significant traction during the European migrant crisis of 2015, when millions of refugees and migrants, primarily from Syria, Iraq, and Afghanistan, sought asylum in Europe. While Western European countries like Germany and Sweden welcomed these migrants, Poland, alongside Hungary and the Czech Republic, resisted the EU's migrant quota system. Poland's government justified its position by emphasizing the need to protect its citizens from potential security risks associated with radical Islam. This view has resonated with a large portion of the Polish population, who fear that an influx of Muslim immigrants could lead to social unrest, terrorism, and the erosion of Poland's traditional values. At the heart of Poland's opposition to illegal Muslim immigration is a desire to preserve its cultural identity. Poland is a predominantly Catholic country with a strong sense of national pride and historical consciousness. The memory of past invasions and occupations, particularly by the Ottoman Empire and the Soviet Union, has instilled in Poles a deep-seated fear of losing their sovereignty and cultural uniqueness. Poland's leaders have argued that accepting large numbers of Muslim immigrants could dilute the country's Catholic heritage and lead to cultural conflicts.
I am fearful of such a tendency, such a trend, which is clearly visible, very much visible in France, in Germany, and in other countries. Muslim migrants from the Middle East who are coming to Germany and France and other countries and who want to change their culture of those countries, those nations. I am clearly opposing to such attempts. I'm admiring French culture. I'm admiring Spanish culture and the British culture, but I also admire my Polish culture, and I want to preserve it. I want to nurture it. I don't want it to be destroyed by Muslim migrants coming from the Middle East or from Africa.
Moreover, Poland's stance is also influenced by its historical experience of maintaining its identity under foreign rule. For over a century, Poland was partitioned and occupied by neighboring powers. Yet it managed to preserve its language, religion, and traditions. This historical resilience has shaped Poland's contemporary approach to immigration, leading it to prioritize the protection of its cultural and religious heritage over the demands of multiculturalism. Poland's resistance to illegal Muslim immigration is also informed by the perceived failure of multiculturalism in other parts of Europe. In recent years, countries like the United Kingdom, France, and Germany have experienced significant social unrest and violence involving Muslim migrants. These incidents have fueled concerns that the integration of Muslim immigrants into European societies has not been as successful as initially hoped. The rise of radical Islam and the growing influence of Islamic cultural practices in these countries have led to fears that multiculturalism could ultimately threaten the cohesion and identity of European nations. Poland's hardline stance on illegal Muslim immigration has made it a polarizing figure within the EU. While some Western European countries criticize Poland for what they see as xenophobic and isolationist policies, others view Poland as a defender of European civilization against the perceived threat of Islamization. Poland's position has found support among other Central and Eastern European countries, particularly Hungary and Slovakia, which share similar concerns about Muslim immigration. This has led to the formation of a loose alliance within the EU, often referred to as the Visegrad Group, which advocates for stricter immigration controls and greater national sovereignty in immigration policy. Poland's stance has also drawn criticism from human rights organizations and liberal politicians, who argue that the country's policies are discriminatory and undermine the EU's values of solidarity and human rights. These critics contend that Poland's refusal to accept Muslim refugees contradicts the principles of compassion and humanitarianism that the EU is supposed to uphold. Poland's role as a torchbearer in the European debate on illegal Muslim immigration and cultural identity reflects a broader trend of rising nationalism and skepticism towards multiculturalism in Europe. While Poland's policies have sparked controversy and debate, they have also highlighted the deep divisions within Europe on how to handle immigration and cultural integration. As the continent continues to grapple with these challenges, Poland's influence is likely to remain a significant factor in shaping the future of European immigration policy.
Wow, guys, Poland is actually a tolerant country, but I also learned it's also a Catholic country, like it's predominated by Catholics. And wow, well, I really don't have much to say about this, but let's meet in the comment section and interact. What do you think about this video? But I think other countries should learn from Poland. Yes, the West needs to learn from Poland sincerely. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, turn on your post notification, share my videos, drop your comments. I love you guys so much. I'll see you guys in my next video.